it's Thai night tonight, and this recipe is Thai Hainanese chicken and rice. It couldn't be more authentic actually, because it was shown to me by a very nice Thai lady in Hong Kong when I was staying with my brother. So wash your hands, clean apron, clean kitchen, surfaces all clean again, and we'll start off by a big pan that fits the chicken in, full of water, and put onto the heat with the sliced ginger, garlic, coriander roots, white peppercorn, chicken stock, and only a callo one, a very good one. We don't want any monosodium glutamate in it, and salt. And boil the stock for about 10 minutes until it's, get it to the boil, and then boil it for 10 minutes for the flavours to infuse into the water. And then put your chicken in, which is what I've done here, and let the chicken boil. Now, it's an unusual thing for us to do, boiled chicken. It looks, it doesn't, the presentation of that when it comes out is quite unusual for us, but I will deal with the presentation later before serving. So I've done this already, and I just want to take it out to show you what it looks like. And then we need the water for cooking the rice. So there we have our boiled chicken, rather well boiled because it's fallen apart, but it doesn't dry out because it's been done in water, well, liquor, a stock I suppose you'd called it. And then those flavours, which the smells lovely, are basically ginger, coriander, and what else? Garlic in there. Lots of just slices of ginger will be fine. There we go. So that doesn't look very appetizing at the moment, but it will later on. Now just put that water to one side, don't throw it away. And we're going to cook the rice. So we'll start off with the rice with a little bit of oil, again sunflower oil or something that doesn't have much flavour, and let that, and put inside the oil garlic, ginger and salt again, and just let that heat up until the garlic's a wee bit brown. There we go. Now into that, when the garlic's got a little bit of colour, into that put your rice. And this is 3 cups of rice. And then just stir that around for the rice just to soak up the oil. So you've got the salt, the seasonings in there, the salt and the garlic and the ginger. And let that just fry for a little bit. And then you want to be pouring in your stock. Which gives a nice flavour. You just need the sieve. Of course, it's at the bottom. There we are, so that's taken on a bit of colour now, and then just pour enough of the liquor to cover the rice, just to cover it. That's it. And then save this, because with your Hainanese chicken I'm going to make a soup as well. So now in here, in the rice, you've got the liquor from the boiling chicken, just covering it, about that much. And then you just put a lid on. Once it's boiling, put a lid on and turn the heat right down. I'll put it on the Aga on there, but we'll wait for it to boil. Now we've got 2 dipping sauces with this, and the dipping sauces is where a lot of the taste is. So in this particular one, we have got chili. Let me see if I can show you. Chili there, garlic and ginger, more chili, sugar, and coriander. Now, so those are all in there, and then I want you to, in a pestle and mortar, grind that down. I've chopped it up just to help a bit, but just grind it down to a paste, to a nice pulp. Get all the flavours out of there. Oh, and actually the other thing I put in is a bit of lime zest as well. So there we are. Beat it with a pestle and mortar and get all the flavours out. That's right. And with the sugar, which is a bit granular, that helps with that as well. Helps pulse it down. There we go. Now into that fish sauce, which has a nice salty umami sort of flavour. And we'll put a bit of that in. It smells quite unusual, this, but it's a jolly nice flavour when mixed with other things. And then beat that in. It goes nicely with the sugar. And now then put a little bit of dark soy. That's an optional thing, but I think it goes rather well. And then lastly, the juice of 1 lime. There we are. And that just counteracts the sugar that's in it as well. Gives it that sweet, salty, limey flavour. And here we go. And that is pretty good dipping sauce. And the other one that we do is a spring onion in hot oil. And I'll show you that in a minute. Right, now I've taken the chicken, the boiled chicken in the liquor off the bone, and that obviously isn't great for presentation. So what we're going to do with the second dipping sauce, I'm going to make something to make it look rather nicer. So the second dipping sauce, which you can either use as a dipping sauce or as to cover the meat up to make it look pretty, is grated ginger on the fine grater, and then lots and lots and lots of spring onions, and in here cut up small little slices of spring onions, and then get hot oil. Again, the sunflower oil is good for this. Get it really, 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 really hot as it can, and then you pour it over here, and then pour that over the chicken meat. And just make it a tiny bit hotter. Meanwhile, the rice is cooked. Let me show you the rice. Now, it's a very good way of cooking rice, that, because if you just don't put too much water, if you just cover it, it won't go mushy, particularly if you fry it first, because it's got a covering of oil on it, flavoured oil. So this is just, and it absorbs the water. I've never ever had any problem with cooking rice this way. So that is now nice and fluffy and full of flavour. Lovely. Now this is steaming hot, so that's good. And just pour it over, lots of crackles over those things, which slightly cooks the ginger and the spring onion. Mix it up like that, just slightly cooks it. And now we're going to spoon it on to the chicken. If I can find a spoon, here we are. Fork will do. And then just spoon it on across that top. And that gives it pretty nice sort of look. Spread it out, and that looks just a bit more colour, and of course extra flavour. Now, so what we've got now is the chicken and the dipping sauce and the rice. I'm going to serve it all up so you can see what it looks like. So with the remaining juice, water that we boil the chicken in, reduce it down, and we're going to make a little sort of Asian soup. So if you put rice noodles into that, just 2 of those will be good. And then I've just actually bought one of those packets that you get in supermarkets of bok choy and broccoli and corn and stuff. Just put those. This is like quite a cleansing sort of soup, so you don't want too much chili or soy. Those little corns and mange tout and stuff, just put them all in, with a few spring onions. It's got quite a good gingery flavour anyway. And stir it up, wait for the noodles to boil. And then with your chicken and rice and dipping sauce, you've got then a cleansing little soup. So here we have the finished meal. You've got the chicken first of all, boiled and cooked in ginger, garlic, spring onion, coriander water. And then you've got the rice, which is cooked in the chickeny water from the chicken. And then the very highly flavoured dipping sauce, hot, sweet, sour dipping sauce. And then I've made with the rest of the water from the rest of the stock from the chicken, a sort of quite nourishing, cleansing sort of soup with Chinese vegetables and coriander, soy, and the rest of the stock.